doing an eating hard candy ramble here today. Back with the Werther's original sugar-free. Drop one. Ramble about 20, 25 minutes. Also, I have to go to the bathroom before that. I'm going to be doing, I talked about this in the Halloween ramble, I think. Or, the gum chewing garage sale and the ramble one. I'm going to try to do about 3 to 4 gameplays this month. And they're going to be all horror-related games. I know for sure I'm doing Condemned, Criminal Origins. I'm going to probably do The Quarry. I'm pretty sure I did not do The Quarry. I think I had a request about rambling about The Quarry that I did, but I don't think I did a gameplay of it. Are they putting out a new... I'm going to look that up right now. I want to see if there's a new Dark Pictures game coming out. The Devil in Me was the last one, and that you always get a preview if you find like a certain picture. They might show it at the end too of the game, but if you find a certain picture, it will give you a preview of the next game, and this one was actually in space. I don't know when that's supposed to come out, though. I'm not seeing it here. Maybe next year it will come out. It might have said something. They're actually selling the anthology. I do like those games. Until Dawn is another great one. The same people made these, and The Quarry. I kind of prefer The Quarry and Until Dawn because they have more of the horror movie feel. But all Dark Picture games are good. I think my favorite of the 4, I think I might have said Devil in Me. I do like Devil in Me quite a bit because it did some different stuff. But it did kind of lose some of what the other games had as well. Might be Little Hope, might be my favorite. I like them all. But, it's funny at work today. This is going up Wednesday. But a guy goes outside and notices they were painting using like a spray paint on this oil. There's an oil, what I don't know what you'd call it. I'm not a refiner. I guess it could be a refiner, but where the trucks go when they fill up their oil, they have the two big tower type things. And they were is using a spray paint, and he goes outside and looks at his car, and there's little white dots all over his car. The wind must have taken some of this spray paint and put it all over cars, like all in the area, like probably like 30, 40 people had stuff in the car that's that they knew of. So the guy who owns the oil thing, had to come, and he was like giving people like I guess these kind of vouchers to this car place to clean them. I was like, that's crazy. I don't know why they were using that kind of paint. But going to haunted house attraction thing. in a couple of weeks. Got those tickets today. That should be fun. I talked about them, the ones we went to, or I've gone to, and that other, the Halloween Ramble, that went up today. Yes, did it? I think it did. Did it? I can't even remember what I'm putting up. I'm on a pretty ridiculous streak for myself. I think I've put up a video day since the beginning of April, like April 1st. It's kind of nuts. Yes, it did go up today, and it's viewing fairly well. I ate that one way too quick. Got a couple items on my wish list. Some things went on sale. Yomawari, I think it's Night Alone. It's like $4 on Steam. So I might pick that up. I think that runs till October 16th. I haven't played much on Steam in a while. The only stuff I've been really playing is I was playing Simpsons Road Rage and some Panzer Dragoon Order I was playing as well. But I'm hoping there's no rain this weekend so I can get some G sales and maybe get some nice pulls. Let's do that right now as well. Take a look at the old weather. It was hot out today. Like I said, it's going to be high 70s tomorrow as well. It's about 8 to 10 degrees hotter than normal this time of year. It's getting cold in the mornings, but yeah, tomorrow's going to hit the mid-70s. Right now it's saying 91% chance of rain on Saturday. Wonderful. That's frustrating. Sunday looks good though, so if people do what they did this past weekend and just have the garage sales on Sunday, that's fine as well. Friday looks like it might rain as well, so I'll throw some wrestling in here. Edge, or he's just going by his actual name now, Adam Copeland, debuted in, what's it called, Wrestle Dream the other night, Sunday night or Saturday night? Sunday night. He appeared at the end after Christian and Darby Allin's match. He came out, he has his music, obviously, because it's an Alter Bridge song. I know he's friends with those guys, and obviously WWE doesn't own that. And they didn't apparently re-up the Rated R Superstar, so he brought that as well. But he came out, the crowd was pretty excited, and he teased Christian was going to do the concerto on Sting, and he gave the chair to Edge, and then Edge took out Nick Wayne, who turned on Darby, and Luchasaurus. I think as Edge got in the ring, Christian's like, "What do you want?" Christian's been doing some of the best work of his career. He really is such a better heel. He's not a bad face, but he excels as a heel, even if it's like the funny, kind of goofy heel that he was when him and Edge were in the tag team, and even when he was Captain Charisma in WWE. I know that he went to TNA for a bit, and then that's when he really started to, I guess, get used better. But that's cool. I might tune in this Wednesday to Dynamite. I think Edge is gonna wrestle Luchasaurus. Even at the media scrum, Christian was still in character, berating the wrestling journalist. But a lot of people are excited. I would assume somewhere down the line, Edge and Christian will team up again because I don't think they're going to want to miss an opportunity to have them wrestle like FTR and the Young Bucks and stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, they should wrestle the Hardys. It's like, that's been done a million times. The Hardys are extremely broken down. Honestly, I'm not saying that match would be bad, but I'd rather see them wrestle FTR and the Young Bucks. And even like, Bullet Club Gold and stuff like that. Because Edge and Christian, I think Edge is going to be 50 this month, and I think Christian's 50 next month. They're not as broken down. That's not to say they're obviously not going at the speed they went back then. Christian's actually been fairly impressive, but he had the concussion issues that he retired from and then came back like however many years later. Like 6 or 7 years later, I guess. And he wrestled the Reckless style, the ladder matches and stuff like that, TLC matches and whatever, but now he wrestles much smarter. He'll take nasty looking bumps, but he doesn't do anything ridiculous. Well, that's kind of cool, though. That they're back, and they've been best friends since they're like 12 years old or something. So that's kind of cool. People were joking, like, how quickly does WWE take the Edge and Christian show off the WWE network? That was a funny show I've talked about in the past, too. I remember watching it. I think it was like 2016. I think they had 2 or 3 seasons. I can't remember, but it was funny. They'd have people that were in the WWE at the time or even retired superstars and just make stupid jokes. They'd poke fun at themselves, at other wrestlers and stuff. It was actually funny. It was really funny. And they had their podcast for a bit too, which was good. I go through these too fast. We saw The Nun 2. Did I mention that? On Saturday, the past Saturday. Very good. Kind of like more of a detective work mystery at first. It was a little boring because you're like waiting for stuff to happen, and then it ramps up in the last like third. I don't think I'd seen the first one. I know I don't know how to say her name. Is it Tessa? Her name from Migia? I don't know. Her sister, much older sister, is in that universe too. She plays, is it Elizabeth Warren? I think that's her name. The real life person. But Patrick Wilson is the husband. Ed Warren, I think his name is. And those, because I think The Nun was in the second Conjuring movie, and Annabelle's in her as well. But that there was a scene at the end, like a little after the credits started to roll, where like the Warrens get a phone call. I think The Nun 2 took place in 56. I would assume this would be in the 70s. And I don't even know if there was any context behind it. He just like answers it and says something, and it ends. But the younger sister, Vera, is her name, is in, I guess she's in the first Nun as well. She was in a couple of seasons of American Horror Story also. We watched No One Will Save You, the Hulu movie, the Alien movie. It was pretty good, actually. It's funny, there was only like one or two lines of dialogue in the whole movie. It was pretty decent, though. New season of Chucky comes back on Wednesday, actually tomorrow. So it's pretty exciting. That show's ridiculous. It's bonkers. It's fun, though. It's gory fun. Over the top stupid. It does not take itself seriously. Not that the Child's Play movies ever did either. First one was probably the closest one that did, but he still was joking and stuff. Then he really started to ramp it up in the second one when he calls the guy's BMW piece of shit. When he's like, just shut up and drive before I kick your fucking teeth in. And I think it's the third one where the guy he like jumps out to get the guy, and the guy has a heart attack, and he's like, oh, fucking believe. How many? There was those three. There was Seed of Chucky, Bride of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and a lot of people from all the movies, including the kid from the first one. Actually, the actual actor from the first one. I think he was in the first three, like the same actor. It was the same character. I think it was him, Andy, in all three. And the main girl from the second. I don't know if she was in the third as well. She was in the second. Had popped up. Again, they get a lot of people from all of them. It was pretty fun. Ridiculous show. I can appreciate those kind of just ridiculously over the top shows. This will be my last one here. Something. I'd forgotten the second part of the Final Fantasy VII remake. Comes out in February. Not too far off. I'll probably that's probably when I'm actually going to pick up the PS5. I guess I've talked about getting it sooner, but I've barely been playing games recently, so I don't want to jump into something like that. And that's not to say I wouldn't start up again, but I'll probably hold off till that comes out, and then hopefully stuff like Ratchet and Clank is maybe like $30 or something, and whatever else is floating around. I'm not even like super up to date on the games that are out or just come out, or that are even coming out. But yeah, those two, Condemned, The Quarry, definitely Condemned, and probably most likely The Quarry as well. Maybe I'll throw Resident Evil in there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other ones. I'll see, but Condemned will be the first one. It is backwards compatible. I have it, but it's not going to have a save. I've not played that game in a long time, so I'll end up just playing that from the beginning. I'll probably try to do another like half hour, 40 minutes of that and stuff. I'm trying to think of what else I could do. Maybe, I was going to say maybe like a Silent Hill 4. I'm trying to think of like other just kind of like not necessarily survival horror, but a horror game in general. Maybe Silent Hill 3, because I had that in 2 on the... I did a Silent Hill 2 gameplay. God, that was like 3 years ago, maybe now. Maybe it wasn't. That would be from the beginning, too, because I had not played that. I gotta say, I gotta look at the horror games that I have and make a decision, I guess. But gotta be Condemned, though. I gotta. Condemned is just a fantastic game. Maybe that'll get me into playing the whole game again. That and Bloodshot are both fairly underrated horror games, in my opinion. But yeah, that is a eating hard Campbell, eating hard Campbell's chunky soup ramble. Eating hard candy ramble here tonight. And thanks everybody for checking this out. Have a good day or night.